We live? Okay. We are live. We are live. We are live. What's up, guys? My running kid here back again. How's the pack doing? As always, um, camera looks a little weird, right? That's because I got it. I got it on a slant. I thought I'd change it up a little bit. I got this so I could put it on a slant to make it. I could do this. See, pop, and go that way, and go this way, and go that way. So I'm gonna keep it this way, if you don't mind. That's not gonna hurt anybody. Um, so back again, the final open mic Q&A for September. It is September 29th, 2019. I believe from New York Comic Con. I will be there, hopefully. And I'll talk about that later. I tried on my costume, tried on my cosplay, my Spider-Man costume. Fits well, fits great, very loose, very calm. Like I said before, that the only thing that's going to be a problem is zipper. So what I'm going to do is that night before Friday, but I'm going to wash and everything. But I'm gonna just somewhat sleep in it, or I'm gonna just get up early and put it on, and then have somebody zip it up for me in the back. Because that zipper, I can't reach that zipper. I'm not eating anything Friday. I'm not eating. I'm not drinking, because getting out of that is gonna be a pain. So I will not be doing anything to cosplay for the second time. Would be really good, because the one thing I want is I want like a little kid to come up to me and say, "Spider, can I take a picture of Spider-Man?" Like a kid. That'll make my day. To have a kid come up and want to take a picture and everything with me, that'd be great. But yeah, I knew I was gonna go with Spider-Man. There were a couple of people I thought about this year's Comic Con. One of them was, of course, Soldier 76, which I was supposed to go previously, but the person that was making the costume, his brother died, and situations happened, and he was going to give me all my money back and everything. But I told him, no, finish it. And whenever when you finish, just email me and tell me it's ready, and you can just ship it to me. He hasn't finished it yet, so, and I'm fine with that. As Spidey, outside of Spider-Man, the other character I think I was gonna go as one of my favorite DC characters. I was probably gonna go as the Flash, or I was gonna go as Black Lightning, but I may go as Black Lightning at another con or something like that. And besides with Spider-Man, there's just so many different costumes that Spidey has that I love. I love a lot of his costumes, and I've seen like all the other cosplay costumes. Like I still want to get them. Like I still want to get the Future Foundation costume. I still want the original costume. They have the original costume, but it's made like Mark Bagley, and I love Mark Bagley's Spider-Man because the eyes are really big and everything like that. I love that. I definitely want to get Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara's look. Um, Miles of amalgamation costumes. Like there's this Spider-Man costume. Remember, there's a picture that showcased what if Spider-Man was a Blue Lantern. Somebody actually made a cosplay of that, and I was like, okay, I'd actually want that. There's a called Spider Bat. It's an amalgamation of Spider-Man and Batman. They did another one where it's Spider-Man and the Batman Beyond costume amalgamation. There's a couple, but I knew I was gonna go as Spider-Man. I wanted, because when I was looking for the Future Foundation, it got sold out. I was like, oh. So I went with the last Spider armor that he had during Dan Slott's last run, the one where when he had his own company and everything like that. I like that costume. It was really cool. So, and it fits and everything like that. But there's a lot to talk about, guys. Spidey is back with the MCU. I know people probably want to hear me talk about that or ask questions about that. That's fine. Um, I'm hearing pretty good things about season 2 of Titans. Yeah, like they have retconned almost the whole first season, and this season really is starting to feel like Wolfman and George Perez's run, the run that I grew up with, and if that, you guys want to ask me comic wise, like what did I think? I just put up my review of what I thought of J.J. Abraham and his son's first issue of their miniseries. I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. You know, it's taken a. I knew it wasn't going to be canon. You know, it was going to be in its own universe. X-Men is still riding high. I'm starting to really not read a lot of DC anymore. I'm kind of my DC pull is really starting to lower now, even more. I've started to notice that. Like, I don't read a lot of DC as much as I used to because I know people was like, "What did you read the Wally West stuff?" I was like, I don't like what DC has been doing with Wally West, so that's another thing. And I dropped Superman a long time ago. I just don't like where Bendis is going with that with Superman. And most of my stuff now I read digitally now. I'm not really reading physical. Like I don't buy it as much physical as I should. But I'm getting back into like maybe a combination of both, which is pretty fun. It's just a lot of stuff that you guys can ask me. But the mic is open to you guys. Hit me with your questions. We're gonna be here for 2 hours. I always go 2 hours tops. Um, but yeah, so let's see what pack members are here. And yeah, so Travis, Marion, Amitron, and Will Miser. Okay, four of the pack members are here. Running with the pack, running with your alpha. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Don't forget, guys, as always, I always reply merch. Link in the description down below for the merch store where you can buy a t-shirt or a mug or if you got iPhones or things like that, cases and everything like that. Still working on some new designs. But yeah, you can go there if you want. Comic-Con is coming up, New York Comic-Con. I will be vlogging. There will be a vlog video like I did with MegaCon. So I'm going to be doing what I did before, interviewing cosplayers and stuff like that, like I did. So that should be fun. And like I said, pick up some stuff and things like that if I can. Mostly times, guys, if you don't know, when I go to conventions now, I'm mostly going after like art. I usually buy a lot of art. You know, I buy a lot of art. You know, so there's going to be there's some people, artists that's going to be, I'm a big fan of. Artist Marcus 2 is going to be there for the first time. I'm actually going to take my Cyborg 009 a graphic novel and get him to sign it because he actually did the artwork for this. I'll go there as well and meet Finch again. Me and Meredith, David Finch's wife, have become pretty good friends as well.
Yeah, in context, that don't sound good.
What happened?
In another context, that don't sound good.
Oh, yeah, we pretty, you know. We know each other on Facebook, and you know, anytime we meet up, you know, it's always I'm just asking how's the son, how's the family, stuff like that. So that's gonna be fun. Instagram and Facebook, I've been putting up old pictures of Comic Con, past Comic Cons, and just showcasing, uh, uh, I don't think they're charged though. So yeah, comic. So I've been putting up like pictures of that, two a day. I just recently put up one of the highlights of 2018, last year's New York Comic Con. One of the highlights for 2018 for me was meeting Daryl DMC. That was the highlight for me for last year. Got to meet one half of Run DMC, and he's going to be there again this year. So I'm gonna take both volumes of his comic deep by him as well. As you can see, that's my screen for my PS4. I love that theme. So yeah, uh, got a lot of stuff coming ahead. Should be fun. Gonna have a good time as I always try to do. I have not seen Rambo yet, guys. I hear it's just bloody, but it's Rambo. Uh, and yeah, so let's see what's going on. Okay. Um, I wish ADW would stop taking shots at WWE and just seems petty.
It's a cameo from the Trapper.
Oh, Trapper. Trapper. Yeah, I mean, it's not like WWE hasn't done it either, but it's seeming more and more like it's either Kenny Omega or Cody Rhodes doing it, and it's like,
No, Cody hasn't said really much lately. The last time it was Jericho.
yeah, and
Jericho.
yeah, definitely.
Jericho. The most recent thing he said was he was talking about Walter. That has to be the laziest ring name I've ever seen. There's no creativity about it. See, with Jericho, I like to believe Jericho is just working everybody.
That sounds like a work.
But AEW got more big
problems
than that because what they got to deal with is the anger from the UK.
Right. They still got whatever they need to do. So
it's a big week. It's a big week.
Yeah, the fact my job has yet to kill me amazes me. Okay.
Sorry, I'm some workers' compensation.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Birds of Prey CW series being made canon in the Crisis? Yeah, there are a lot of stuff that's being made canon in this. They are going all out for this next crossover. Tom Welling and Erica Durance coming back. We got to see Brandon Roth in his as Kingdom Come Superman in the full costume. Looks great. Yeah, that crappy Birds of Prey show is canon. I'm hearing that Ryan Cho, the Atom, is coming. It's just they really are going out. They really, really are going out for this. And I guess, because this is going to be Stephen Amell's last one, so it is what it is. And I hear they're actually making a spin-off of Arrow, and I was like, yeah, I figured that. We'll see. I am looking forward to it, but it's just, yeah, they really are going out with that one. Marion, what is the worst beatdown you've seen the Hulk inflict on someone? the Hulk inflict on someone. Uh, I would say thing because there was one time he's beating things so bad his his uh his stone skin was being chipped off, and you got to see like what's underneath his. It's just flesh.
I think for me, it has to be with Wolverine as Worldbreaker.
Yeah, I was about to go there too. Yeah, when he when he and just when he came back and you know okay I could do this and Hulk was like I can punch you, yeah, and you'll heal from it. But what happens if I repeatedly hit you over and over? Your brain, remember, his brain is getting rocked around, is bouncing off of metal, and that's how
which is what causes concussion.
Yeah, which he so to the point where his brain couldn't heal that fast after every punch, and it was crazy. That was really intense. No, that was an intense beat down. Uh, how are you going to how are you going to see the Joker while at that's easy TF I'm not going to see the Joker. Don't care for the movie. If you care for it, that's great. I'm not going to see the movie. I don't care for it at all. Easy.
So you saying that even when it comes, if somebody says, "Hey," then you should sit down and watch this. Actually,
I have no interest in seeing it.
Well, if you just so happen to you stumble upon it, next thing you're like, "Oh crap, this is actually pretty good."
Stumble upon it how?
When it come up, you said the same about Venom. Eventually, you watched Venom. So
Yeah,
never say
I
never.
talking about in movie theaters right now, and I'm not. I have no intention of going to see it.
Okay, my point. Just see the movie, well, watch the movie. Period.
Maybe, but in terms of that, what his question was, I have no intention of seeing it. Who got who got best who got best harem in anime? What
hair in anime?
No, harem in anime. Can you
I think it's supposed to be who has the best hair in anime.
Who got best harem? I don't. I'll wait till that comes. Okay. Travis, if it's sad, Jam Master J not around. Yeah, it is sad. Jam Master J is not around. It's kind of hard sometimes because a lot of people don't know, but Run DMC is actually a trio, not a duo. But yeah, it is. It is sad, and
a lot of people think that is because he's not there anymore.
What?
It's not a trio.
They were a trio.
I said the only justified reason for people to think that is because Jan's dad hasn't been alive for how long now?
It's been some time.
No one I can believe is Salt-N-Pepa because you just hear Salt. Spira is not part of the name, so if you just think, oh yeah, Salt-N-Pepa. Oh no, there's actually
Marion. What do you think of the response the Joker movie has been getting? Congrats, just doesn't interest me. Are you going to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark next month? Yeah, I heard it coming back with Are You Afraid of the Dark? I might check it out. What was there? Do you think that Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum coming back will make Jurassic World suck less? Anytime our old original cast members come back, that's fine with me. I'm glad to see Dr. Grant back. I didn't mind the last Jurassic Park. The only thing I said and one of the biggest problems for me was where it went too sci-fi with the human cloning. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it. Sorry.
It's not a spoiler. The movie's been out for
Yeah.
a year now.
But there's probably some people that haven't seen it.
But the rule is the movie's been out and it's accessible. It's not a spoiler anymore.
Yeah, but still, if you haven't seen it, that's still a spoiler. If you nobody's
spoil, there's now been a rule of a spoiler.
What?
If it's been, for instance, if I tell hey man about New Jack City, and they're like, oh, tell me about New Jack City. Well, spoiler, Nina Brown's like, somebody like, yeah, I think anybody can look that up now. It's not like, I think when it's in the movie, that's when the rule for now been spoiled. Like if it's still within like a 24-hour spoil, like or when people get upset about like aired it.
All right, I don't know.
Because now the fact that they can just go on Wikipedia and just read the synopsis right there.
Yeah, true, but I still look at that as a spoiler too. Like,
well, that's because for me, I see like if you went to the Avengers press screen, you're the one that and then you come before the movie even aired. I think that's more of a spoiler than next year when you're talking about and Thanos was like, yeah, that's not everybody knows that now.
I still kind of look at it as a spoiler.
I respectfully disagree because you're not spoiling anybody on anything.
Even if they have the opportunity to want to watch it, I still like I look at it like that. Bottom line, it like this. Look, I don't mind that they're coming back. I don't think it'll make the movie suck less because if the movie sucked less,
if it
sucked, you know, I don't know. It's just something about Jurassic Park, like that franchise still.
It's the name.
That name and that just about dinosaurs, like it still brings in the dough.
Yeah, but so did Michael Bay's Transformers. People say that's suck.
Yeah, but like I said before, the whole concept with the cloning that human that just kind of threw me off. Like, wait, what?
For me, that then kind of. I thought that jumped the shark.
Like that's the reason why John Hammond and his old partner broke apart because John Hammond found out about that. His old partner cloned his deceased daughter, and she finds out that she's not his granddaughter, but his deceased daughter, just a child. And it's just like, he's like, whoa, what the, I could deal with the whole making a new dinosaur with the combination of other dinosaurs. That was fine. But my biggest issues with the latest Jurassic Parks is what they have made B.D. Wong's character into. Like, he's become the mad scientist, and it's more about money now. When we saw him in Jurassic Park 1, he was nothing like that. And yeah, we didn't get a real glimpse of his character.
No, he was just
he was just a scientist there working with John. He's now, he's like, he even has justification of why he does it. And it's just like, whoa, like, and I'm not saying that's because B.D. Wong is a great actor. Like he kills it too. It's like at some points he justifies it, and it's like you can't really argue with his justifications for it. But there's sometimes when he even told the last guy, like, don't sell this dinosaur to, and that was the other thing that I think that bothered me about the last one. These world leaders are buying dinosaurs off the black market to use in war. It's like that was just kind of, that threw me off.
No, you see, that just sounds like House of the Dead.
Yeah.
And you see, and that's where and that's where I argue that point of that article. Maybe there's some times where, you know what, Jurassic Park probably should have just stayed one movie. Because when you do stuff like that, it's one movie. We don't get this.
I didn't mind the whole, at first it seemed like the concept was something I even said myself. I thought it was when they made it seem like it was a rescue mission to get the dinosaurs relocated to another island or so, because that island was gonna get nature was taking over. And I said it before and I'll say it again. That scene when they got mostly all the dinosaurs off, and you see that brachiosaur just on that line, and you literally hearing it like help me, and then it gets killed. It's like, oh, that was so sad. That made me like, oh god, like because he couldn't get on the boat because it's too big and things like that. But yeah, and the other thing concept now of now the dinosaurs are now on the mainland, like they're in this world.
Really
Hence,
world.
hence why it's called Jurassic World. They just did a short from the eyes of just the ordinary people, and it was really good. I actually reacted to it, but I couldn't show it, so I had to uh, fizzle out, fizzle it out, bleep it out, but and lower the audio, but you get my reaction, and I just tell you like, here's the link, and maybe you can match it up to my reaction. It was really good. Okay, what Nathan Banks says, what is the most when it comes to Mullet fight John Jones's brother? John Jones has a brother? I didn't know that. We talking about John Jones, the MMA fighter, or John Jones, Martian Manhunter? I that's what make that more distinguished. Antlers. Yeah, that movie that's basically about the Wendigo. That actually looks really good. Um, Will Maza, among the returns for SmackDown next week are Undertaker and Sting. Do you think anything will happen? Uh, they're there for just bring the legends in. I don't. I doubt if anything will happen. It'll be interesting, but I don't think anything's happening. Like you mean like the Fiend to get involved or attack one of them?
I'm thinking a confrontation between them.
I maybe.
What's it gonna lead to? We finally getting a Sting and Undertaker. It's been how many years?
I don't think he's saying it like that. He's just saying, what do you think is going to happen?
No. Well, I think maybe Nathan is meaning.
That's not Nathan who said that.
Who said that?
Will Miser.
I think woman is assuming asking, do you think something's going to happen between them? Like they won't work together for something.
Okay, well, put more and distinguish on that question. Do you think? Are you saying are they going to go at it, or do you say you just asking what do you think is going to happen?
I still find it weird that Sting is on SmackDown. He's never been on SmackDown.
I've heard they want to remake New Jack City.
They want to remake a lot.
They want to remake a lot of things, and some of them, and none of them need to be. I've heard Juice, but only for right now. But it's getting ridiculous. Are you looking forward to the 2 sequels to the Halloween? 8 Halloween? Yes and no. I'm split because I felt like the last one that could have ended it right there. Basically, yeah, Lori and her family kills the boogeyman, but once somebody breathing, I'm like, to me, it's just like, how the fuck did he survive that? Like,
Michael Myers.
But it's like, yeah, it's Michael Myers. It's like, yeah, he can survive napalm. He can survive napalm. That kind of that napalm. We're talking that shit that they were throwing down in Vietnam. That kind of shit.
Yes.
He can survive that. Yes. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and walk too.
Yeah, and walk.
Okay, apparently, he's gonna.
That's the thing. Like, yes and no, but I'm glad Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back. She says she's coming back, but that makes it either she doesn't die or I don't know. they should have just stopped it. But because of the fact that it made so much money, and
to their credit,
and
they did say initially that depending on how it does, they're gonna do a sequel.
Yeah,
and
so
that's why when they made all that money, I was like, great.
What is your favorite comic book shirts that you own?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Well, there's my Spider-Mans I like. I'm wearing one now, my Iron Fist. But I tend to want to get more. I gotta get some more shirts. I got a Black Panther shirt that I like. I need a Daredevil shirt. I do not. I'm just custom making one. I got a Superboy shirt, which I like.
The traditional Superboy.
No, Superboy.
So I said the traditional Superboy.
The traditional Superboy, the black and red. So yeah,
which makes him look like a villain, but he's not.
Yeah, yeah. You talk. Wait, New 52?
No, because black and red is kind of associated with.
Counted like Miles, his black and red.
Like, yeah, if nobody knew about it, like, oh, is that like an evil version of Spider? Like, no.
Hollywood needs to stop these fucking remakes. Yeah, you could show that. Why y'all put it in? I don't have to hide it. Yeah, I mean, look, I was last night. I think it was last night. I was watching one of Watch Mojo's videos about remakes, or I think it was today. I was watching it, like the darker remakes they've done, and I think they brought up the Evil. Really felt that. I mean, I watched it, and yeah, it's a far different movie than because the remake of Evil Dead is just truly based on horror. Like they really going out just trying to scare you.
I don't even think it's dark humor.
It ain't no humor. It's really, and don't get me wrong, there are some remakes that have been really good, but
there have been remakes that have been gone to been caught. Case in point, Al Pacino Scarface.
Yeah, that are classics. Yeah, Scarface is the remake.
Cabin Fever.
No,
Robert De Niro, Nicola. Is that Cabin Fear or Cabin Fever?
Cape Fear.
Cape Fear. That was a remake.
You talk with Nick Nolte.
Yeah, that's Nick Nolte and Robert. That's a remake.
Let me see. The Magnificent Seven. That's a remake of a remake.
But it does make me wonder when I think about those movies. How we feel back then.
Yeah.
People that grew up with us like, oh, you're really remaking that, or it was just like,
I mean,
well, they didn't have any, no disrespect, but the Scarface that I know that was remade, I don't think it has any culture significant like Al Pacino's does.
Right. Like it's like, with the Magnificent Seven, which is based off of the Japanese films Seven Ronin, excuse me, which is really good. And yeah, they did change it. They went from samurai to cowboys, and then they remade it again with Denzel and all of them, which I still have not fully watched all the way.
Well, I saw it in mine.
But to me, when you just making remakes after remakes, or
which defined the early 2010s.
which is
early 2010s was like remake season.
I just, to me, it's like, you know what? It's like, man, what you guys are, and I don't know. Like, to me, there's no need to remake. First of all, there's no need to remake Scarface. I don't know if they're still doing that remake with Leonardo DiCaprio as I'm about to say Al Pacino, as Tony Montana. I'm like, that's not needed.
Or Denzel.
Yeah, remember they were saying Denzel? I'm like, get out of here. And I don't. And then the New Jack City's like, why?
That one I do because the first one had a cultural significance.
Yeah.
So if you do the same story, and let's say they do it in Marco, we don't know if they do it. Is it going to be set back in the late 80s?
Yeah,
early 90s, which. Yes, New York City was going through.
Yeah, it was late
crack epic.
Started,
but that ain't thinking. So I guess we're gonna do with the opium, which is going on now.
That's stupid. Just
And you got if you do, you better get somebody charismatic as Wesley Snipes and Nino Brown.
dang, could you imagine Kevin Hart to do it?
No.
Yeah, they really praised his performance, and I'm like, whoa. Okay, how do you think Ken Watanabe did as in Monster? I like Ken Watanabe, so he was good. I got nothing against Ken Watanabe. Primus. The Manhunter is what I meant. Oh yeah, I don't remember a lot of stuff of Jean's brother. I really don't. So I can't remember a lot about him. Like I said, what's that being played behind you? That is Dead by Daylight for the PS4. It was actually a PC game that I first, my favorite YouTuber is Dashi. He would play it. Basically, it's a PvP game. Basically, it's no computers. Everybody is online based. It's basically it's taking all those horror icons, and it's a survival game. You're in this one area, and you got to survive. Try to escape before the killer gets you. It's gotten so because you have to crank these generators. You see that thing right there? Crank that up, and there's like 5 of them. You crank it up, and what happens is the gate will open up. Now, but there's a killer here. Now, they first started with just original killers, but you could see like they were amalgamation of classic slashers. But then they Michael Myers. And you see that? You hear that bump, 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 bump. Whenever you hear that, that means the killer's close.
Who the hell is the killer?
The recent killer that was added into the game now is the Demagogue from Stranger Things. And you also have some characters from it as well, like Steve Harrington. Now, who is that?
Ghostface.
It's Ghostface from Scream is in it. So River's in it. Leatherface is in it. The character from Saw, Pig.
But the pig,
the female is in it. But still, no, like Chucky's not here. What happens is
Chucky gonna be hilarious.
I think Chucky would be hilarious. But the killer gets you. What happens is he'll hang you up and you have
right here.
You see them hooks right there? You have like a 25% chance of escaping.
4% base chance of escaping yourself.
It's not supposed to. You should not try to escape by yourself. Somebody should take you off of it. But Malcolm is trying to. You see that? He's trying to get that that generator started so they can escape. And it's a fun game. It's all online based. It's no computers. Everybody. So the killer is played by and everybody. So you see that? It means that somebody got hooked. So yeah, Daylight. It's kind of like the Jason game. I mean, no, it's kind of like the Friday the 13th game. Just that this is a little bit more exciting because you got to be on your toes in this one. Like you got to kind of be looking over your shoulder. Like anytime you're
no, like Friday, you can't hit the killer.
Yeah. In this, because I had the Friday the 13th game and I sold it. I was like, you know what? There's too much downtime. Like you can wait that whole game out and Jason will never find you. Here it's a lot different.
Or by the time he finds you, you run out of stamina and somebody's like, just get me.
Yeah, so it was
which for me that was my problem. It's like, just get me.
So that's also the thing, see, because when Dash he would edit it and cut out stuff, but
he probably maybe did edit out some games that were just boring.
Yeah, so it was different. But yeah, that's Day by Daylight. Sorry I went into, but I like talking about that game. I have uploaded gameplay of this on my gaming channel, so if y'all want to go check it out, y'all
Oh
can.
my God.
Can effectively write a superhero defeating any supervillain or other characters. Way Batman could defeat DC's Lucifer one-on-one, the most powerful DC villains. I don't disagree in that because, like, if the writer tells his editor, "Hey, I want to have such and such beat this guy," and if the editor says, "Yeah, all right, go ahead, do it," he can do it. Do I agree with it? Not really. I mean, Batman, it's always going to be that case because it's like he's exactly, he's Batman.
That's that should be copyright.
That's because it's like, oh, he can do anything. It's like,
but not then again, somebody did write for Squirrel Girl to beat up Dr.
Yeah, I mean the same thing. Like somebody
that
got greenlit. Squirrel Girl beat Thanos.
Maybe something like, wait a minute.
So yeah, a girl who talks to squirrels and communicate with squirrels beat the all-powerful Thanos. So yeah,
I left it by accident.
Let's see. Do you think?
Why would you? But
but
I don't think, no matter how good the writer is, like what I mean by that is having what was the mutant name? Beak. Yeah, Beak. We're gonna write Beak to beat Dr. Doom. I don't care how good the writers. They couldn't probably do that in a believable way without somebody saying this is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry. A great example is, hey, Batman beat Hulk by knocking the wind out of him.
Like stuff
Somebody
like that.
thought, oh, that's believable. No,
like
no.
Where is it?
That's BS. There's no way. There's a kick from Batman. Knocked the wind out of
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the crossover between Marvel and DC. Some of the crossovers from Marvel and DC. This has the this has the Superman Spider-Man crossover that Jerry Conway wrote, and they explain how punched Superman and hurt him, and they explained it. Conway gave it a believable explanation, and it was fine. And then they did the second part, and then of course there's the
being down.
Then there's the
which is pretty good with 3 generators.
And then of course you have the Hulk versus Batman crossover. In this again. Let me make sure.
You're gonna have to whoever's
Len Wein wrote this. The creator of Swamp Thing wrote that crossover.
He was heading in that direction.
And basically,
Swine Chill is up, so I don't know if he's stalking me.
He had Batman, and I'll even show it to y'all right now. Now here they're fighting right here, as you can see. Look at that, Batman. Oh, sorry. Batman almost broke his hand. No problem. But all of a sudden, look, Hulk has him in a bear hug. Should have broke his back, right? And then all of a sudden, because Batman throws gas pellets and Hulk starts holding his breath, somehow Batman's able to knock the wind out of him.
Oh my God.
When we just saw right here, Batman couldn't touch him. So yeah, there's some cases where it's like, wait, what? Like, that's ridiculous. So yeah, there are some cases of it.
Like, yes, can the writer write it?
Yeah.
Yes, because if you just said, yeah, I want you to write this. Yeah. But for it to be believable, no.
Yeah, that's where I will, like, if I was writing like for example, let's say I was writing a whole comic, and the my editor was like, okay, we want you to we want to fight between Daredevil and let's say, okay, I'll just throw Terrax the Destroyer, one of Galactus' former heralds, and we want you to have Daredevil beat him decisively.
No help
No help
from somebody that's that's on tire.
Like, wait, how is that possible? Like, Daredevil's good, but he's not that good. He's still only human. No, we want you to do it. Like, I may have to, like, you got to find somebody else to do it because I'm not doing it. So I stuff like that. Do you think that Undertaker and Sting will set something up, or at least, okay, here we go. It's at least on screen or same time. Maybe I don't. It's not. They're too.
Something about Hogan and the Taker for Crown Jewel.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Jesus Christ.
Find that.
Marion,
do you try to look for the?
Do you think not Rex resentment towards the Turians and the Solarians are justified? Yes, justified. Yeah, that was totally just. And it's not just Urt, it was the Krogan in general. The Solarians.
Oh, I found it.
What do you think the Solarians basically caused the Genophage? Well, more like Morden did. Why? To keep the Krogan in check. So basically, what they were talking about was simple. It was like whenever they would be a Krogan baby was born, they would like a 50% chance of living because of the Genophage. So yeah, it was justified. It was that's kind of not a really good question in a sense. Usually, I know, guys, I usually say no question is dumb, but that it's not dumb. But I think you already knew the answer to that. That's just obvious. Primus, what are your thoughts on the Princess Bride remake? I think it's pointless. What me and Malcolm have been saying, like when they want to think about making these remakes of classic movies, here's an idea. You bring those movies back out. You put them back in the theaters so the next generation can see those. Like I've said it before, the day I see them remake Back to the Future, I'm a punch something. I'll put a hole in my wall.
Or if you're gonna do a remake or something with a new story, why don't you just use that as new? Why don't you use that story instead of associating with a established movie series? Just make it its own series.
Yeah, something like that. Like I was thinking about it earlier. Like I was thinking about earlier today when I was on the when I was leaving from work today. One of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies, besides Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America, which he's making a sequel for, and everything like that.
Yeah, just
is The Golden Child, and in that movie, Eddie is a social worker who gets caught up in good and evil, demons and stuff. But he used his Eddie Murphy charm. Everything was funny, jokey. If they were to I had an idea. If they made a remake of The Golden Child, but if they focus more on the mystic side and the like a horror, I would be cool with that. There we go. But when you just are just making a remake just the same way, okay. Same thing. Now somebody will say, okay, but aren't you excited for the Final Fantasy VII remake? Yes, I am. I can't wait. I'm getting that collector's edition and things like that. But they are changing a lot of stuff to it as well. But yeah, it's kind of harder it's kind of hard with video games. But yeah, I just feel that movie wise, like Those classics don't need to be remade. I'm just saying. That's just personally me. Um, let me see. Travis, underrated movie posse. Uh, I can't think of any right now. So, Jacob, do you have a favorite music genre? No, I like. I really don't have a favorite. I like. I'm I'm omni when it comes to music as well. I love all types of music, even a little country. I can take a little bit of country, not a lot, but some. There's some country songs that are actually catchy to me, and I like um, Carrie Underwood. I seem to gravitate toward to. I like her style. I don't just stick because I don't stick to the stereotypical just hip hop and R&B things like that. No, I listen to rock. I listen to heavy metal. Um, my house music. I listen to instrumentals. I love listening to instrumental, like just
Does remember house music?
yeah, house. You know, you know, I like alternative. I like some jazz. Like I said, I like a little country. But I don't have a favorite. I've always told people like don't limit yourself when it comes to music because
Yes. Man, what's that stuff that you get?
it's
Bring it. Put that on the floor, man.
just not cool to limit yourself. Just because you're black, you shouldn't just listen to hip hop, or just because you're white, you shouldn't just listen to rock and roll or something. And if you want to get technical, it was rock and roll anyway. Yeah, Chuck Berry, not Elvis. Just letting you know. All right, moving on. Um, Will Miser says, "Oh shit, dang, okay." Will Miser says, "I love Emma Stone. She got she wait. I love Emma Stone. She got me liking Gwen Stacy, but there is only one host. Your thoughts? Yeah, she is playing Cruella Deville. I think it's an origin. I think it's an origin of Disney's now on this. I will give Disney credit with some of their these movies that they're based doing. Um, doing movies on like their classic villains. I believe, yeah, the Ville movie is about what made Krilla like the way she is. She got problems with malevolence. Like we got to see what turned her into the ant because they make her like she's an anti-hero and stuff. But yeah, I can understand that. Um, but Glenn Close is just she really nailed that character. Even in the movie, the Dalmatian live action movie, I've always said Cruella de Vil is like one of my favorite Disney villains. I mean, the woman was nuts, crazy. That first Dalmatian movies
Cruella de Vil.
that came out in 1970s. She wanted to kill dogs. Not just she wanted to kill Dalmatians.
No, and the way she was willing to do
yeah, and then
not just put
and then it's like what really gets me. I don't care how. Go back and watch the original animated movie and listen to her talk about to Boris and Jasper kill these dogs, these puppies. I'm like, you hear this woman? Poison them, drown them, bash them in the head. You got any chloroform? I'm like, what's wrong with this woman? She wanted
for a lover of
for
a lover of dogs.
Yeah,
it's like how can you not hate this cat?
Yeah, like if you were just a dog lover, you'd be like, you want to take this woman out to the woodshed and beat her down.
Where's the Punisher for animal cruelty?
It's like what the fuck? Like some Glenn Close talked about that. She even did in an interview. She's like, "Did you?" And you know how Glenn Close has that really kind of like sultry voice. It's very calm, but she said she's like, "Do you remember what she was saying about these dogs? Like how to kill them? It's crazy." Like She's sick. But with Emma Stone playing it, it's going to be interesting
I've never
because
seen Emma Stone as a villain.
Huh?
Never seen Emma Stone as a villain.
Yeah, me neither. I've never seen her as a villain. I may have.
He played a comedian.
Yeah,
I'm talking about somebody that is not supposed to be funny.
Yeah, and you're gonna hear. I'm sure because when she's in movies, she barely sometimes what. Because I love Emma Stone because she has that raspy voice. I'm like, that raspy voice is just cute to me. I'm like, I don't find it.
Some kids turn it.
Yeah, some guys love it. I just like it. It's like, oh, she got a raspy voice. But the fact is, yeah, I think it's going to be a prequel. So who knows? Maybe I don't know what you can do to tell Krilla's origin. Like, oh, she was a dog lover, and then something happened. Like that don't make sense to me. I'm just saying, it's just weird.
That's the throw up ladies one.
How do you think Robert Pattinson will sound and look as the Batman? What will the logo?
It got canceled.
No, it's still going.
I'm still giving him a chance.
I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm not gonna decline it because it's doing something from what this Batman is supposed to do is doing something that I've always wanted to see a Batman do in the movies. Be the detective, like this guy is called the world's greatest detective. Be that.
Live up to that.
Live up to that. They saying that this movie is supposed to be more.
Batman is court has a lot of.
Yeah, and if you go back in the 30s, that's what Batman was. It was that what it was. But more importantly, they just said Jeffrey Wright is going to be in there, and he's in negotiation to play Jim Gordon. So in this world, Jim Gordon is going to be black. And you guys have heard me on Calendar say what I feel about changing race of a character. But with this, I can't really stupid or why they changed it because it's Jeffrey Wright is Jeffrey Wright is so goddamn good. I can't really deny it. Like,
no, I didn't even get to a generator.
So yeah, and I'm hearing Jonah Hill is also going to be in it. I'm thinking he's playing the Penguin. If he's not playing the Penguin, the only other character I can think of is the ventriloquist. That's about it. I can't think of anybody else. I don't even see him as like the Riddler or something. He's going to look like. Just go look at Batman Year One. There you go. But because if you look at all the movies that Batman has been in, when has he really truly been a detective? When has he really truly been a detective?
No.
I'll wait.
We only saw a brief side of it in Batman Begins.
We've only seen glimpses of it in all the movies. Yeah, in the Arkham games.
There was a lot of things you had to do detective work.
You see in the Arkham games or even in the Batman the animated series. Look at all that detective work he was doing there. We never really saw that. So I'm giving it a chance.
Almost like Peter with being smart.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not picked up on.
Like I hear a lot of people always razzing on Tom Holland as Iron Man Jr. But the one thing that we're seeing Peter do in the MCU is using this. He's using this. He's creating using what makes him Spider-Man. Yes, we saw a little bit of that in the Amazing Run. We saw none of that really in Toby's run. Man. So yeah, it's just like, it is what it is. Mass Effect franchise and why? Saren was that villain. He was one of my
first
favorites.
Villain?
Yeah, Saren was good. He came off the moment he came on. You looked at him like he's a villain before you even knew who the main villain was, and he's the villain. Even if he was being quietly in, no, I'm not. And yeah, I know people will say the elusive man, but Yeah, I go Saren. Uh,
Yeah, but I don't know what Ghostface is. Yeah.
what's up, Chris? I'm getting my questions ready. Thanks. Just to let you know, I'm playing Mass Effect 2 as we speak, starting Jack's mission. Oh yeah, Jack's. That was a good mission. Um, movie
Damn.
remakes are made sometimes to improve a movie 17. It and Captain America: First Avengers Plus. Uh, Others showed in person ignore. No, no. Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. I don't count Captain America First as a remake.
I was just about to say that
because
because
it had no recollection to the crappy
that 90s crap.
That be saying Fantastic Four 2005 is a remake of no, it was his own thing.
It was his own. You can't. Yes. But
wasn't that a TV?
It was a TV movie. It wasn't a. So yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I get it.
At times it is to improve.
What do you think of Tobey Maguire as Uncle Ben, Andrew Garfield as the burglar, and Tom Holland as Spider and chasing down Garfield and turning him over to the police, played by Nicholas Hammond? Oh man, wow. That okay, so Toby, I mean, look.
Oh.
I've still said it before and I'll say it again.
Still with you.
Uncle Ben is still needed in the MCU. No matter what. We still need to understand why Peter became what he is. We hear him say like something happened, but you don't have to show. You could just show like maybe a lesson that he was learning. Uncle Ben taught him. Like he was teaching about opportunities and stuff, and maybe something like that. Toby as Uncle Ben. I mean, you would need somebody a little bit younger, like young, because May is in her 50s. Marissa Tomei is in her 50s, so you need somebody, and that's fine. The burger, Andrew Garfield as the burglar. That's funny. That's hilarious, though. That would be a big like wink, wink, like hey, to everything. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't hate it, but that'd be weird just to see, Andrew Garfield being chased by,
No, that is actually true.
Because no matter what, one of my favorite parts is when Peter was chasing the burglar, and the burglar was just like, just give me a chance. I'm like, wait, give you a chance like that, I still find it funny. Marion, I personally love the friendship between Rex and Garrus. Yeah, that friendship did grow if you did it right. What do you think about Denzel Washington possibly being Magneto? Will it be like Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin or Michael B. Jordan as Human Torch in terms of representation? It's only a rumor. That's not true. Going around that Marvel may cast Magneto and Charles Xavier as with actors of color,
which would emphasize more what would they be?
Yeah, but then there's all these people that talk about like, well, Lee and Kirby never really based them off of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I'm like, when I hear that, I'm like,
it's not like you want to believe that's not the case.
You want to, like, you can clearly see that's who they're based off of.
Look at the time.
Look at that reason. But if they were to cast actors of color as these characters, first of all,
oh my God,
in some ways you got to think about it because Magneto, first of all, he's old. Like
chasing me.
Magneto, it'd be really weird to reboot Magneto, and he's a mutant, but he's still kind of like thinking of World War II, which happened almost 100 years ago. So you have to trim that.
I ran into what?
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind it. But however, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's only one character I want to see Denzel Washington's name next to in terms of superhero, and that is Adam Brashear, aka Blue Marvel. There you go. Shoot, no, I have not. I like all races off of. That's good.
Oh wow.
Does the CW Crisis have potential to be the bigger and better crossover than the Avengers movies? No. You can't compare that. You can't compare that. TV.
You're actually doing that TV thing of this justice.
Yeah.
I mean, injustice by doing that,
Right.
because now you're going into it. You're saying Heisman, so you go into it thinking that, and then it's nothing.
Right.
It's not even close. That you're gonna be like, well, it wasn't good.
Right.
Because you thought, in case you're thinking, it's gonna be like the Avengers.
And plus, TV, movie, certain amount of time to shoot.
Oh, that was it.
So you can't budget everything. And even though these characters are going to be, how much of them are they going to speak? We don't know. Like they could have like maybe one speaking part. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's a crossover. The CW crossovers are good sometimes, but just look at it from that point.
No, as Mario look like Mario from Shaq. Let it be.
Yeah, is that JLA Avengers you're holding? No, no.
Man.
I remember, Chris, when Jon Stewart got up in Bruce's grill in Green Lantern Rebirth, as where Bruce was coming from. I was good to know that Jon defended. Hal, yeah, I remember that. I mean, look, there have been many times a lot of heroes have gotten Bruce's face, like just to let him know, like, you know, sometimes you can be a dick or you can be an asshole. Like I've seen Black Lightning do it. I've seen Vixen do it. I've seen
that was all my first.
I've seen Rocket do it. I've seen many people do it. Beat Firelord, and he barely won that fight.
Ghostface. I've never been scared. This is the first time I actually.
Spider-Man beat Firelord, and he barely won that fight. Yeah, what did he have? He had the symbiote, if I remember correctly, or was it after he got the symbiote off? But yeah, he did fight Firelord. Improved meaning not executed right. Okay. Double Dragon, Doom, the Guyver, the Phantom, as in superhero, the Wrath, Max Payne, and others would need remakes to be great movies. RoboCop and other movies don't need remake. Well, I like the Guyver movies. I love the Guyver movies, especially the sequel and the first one. But the sequel really, Dark Hero, love that one. The Phantom, I would rather have the Phantom.
Like Darth Maul.
I would rather have the Phantom be a TV series, like a Netflix show, because that you can really go into more detail of the character in general
and flesh it
out. Double Dragon, stay the fuck away from that. Don't do it.
Doom. They're supposed to be doing a Streets of Rage live action.
I think it's
no love for Doom.
Max Payne. I don't know how they fucked that movie up.
That's when you know that the Hollywood exec got issues.
That right there, Max Payne.
How do you F up
mess up Max Payne? Max Payne, all you could have did was a gritty revenge cop story. And we've seen that done.
And if you want some influence, hard boiled.
Yeah.
Police story.
Something like that. But you fucked it up with problem Hollywood has with they still do not understand the video games, and they constantly the execs get involved, and side messes up. I am looking forward to the reboot.
Curry Goat or Buffalo Wild Wings?
I am interested in the
Curry Goat or Buffalo
in the reboot Mortal Kombat, because I'm loving that cast. I'm definitely gonna check out that. Movies that I don't understand. Look, I watched the reboot RoboCop, and eh, you know, but yeah, it wasn't needed. Um, the sick thing is that the Solarians created the Genophage out of fear. Still shouldn't have done it. Well, who are some of your favorite musical composers? Um, Mark Silverstone definitely is one of
That
them.
was better than
Uh, Hans Zimmer definitely is one of my favorites.
that
Uh,
was actual real strip of pork,
Han, uh,
like real strips,
oh,
and they were
jeez,
thick too.
can't remember. There's a couple, but those are some of them. Uh, are you a great singer? I've sung at karaoke. I know I'm the fan of LP. If not, look into her. My favorite song is "Wasted."
Who? What song?
LP. I gotta check. Who's LP? Am I
I know, like when an album is LP,
Yeah.
that means like
I got. What do you think? Well, Marion asks me, what do you think makes Magneto such a great villain in your opinion?
what makes Max.
Such a great villain.
His, I must say his conviction.
Yeah,
you can tell he believes.
He believes in him
not
believing
bullshitting when
Yeah.
what he feels.
and his I was about to say that, like, just his belief in what he's doing is right. In some ways, if you think about it, he is right. You know, it's just how he goes about doing it that is wrong. Things, but it's just, this is a guy why would you want to trifle with a guy who is able to, who can take the earth off its axis if he wanted to, and he's done it before. Um, let's see. Next, Marion, I'm a huge animal lover. Okay. Um, Sinquan, thoughts on possibility of Charlie Cox Daredevil as Spider-Man's lawyer? I would love that because I know Charlie Cox wants to come back. I know he wants to play Daredevil again. That'd be great. It's cool. Dark Promise, the recasting of Jim Gordon is so confusing. It's like the Two-Face simulation between uh, Batman 99, 89 and Batman Forever. Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, this Batman has nothing to do with the DC EU. It's not connected to Ben Affleck's Batman, so it's its own world, I guess. Um, I could see Jonah Hill as Hugo Strange. Yeah, but with all of the Area 51 craze, did you read or reread Batman Dreamland? Nope. Sony is a movie. I don't know who I would choose. Who you think you would cast as? I don't really care. But if I was to pick actress to play Madam Web, I'm going with Helen Mirren. There you go, somebody like that. I just do that out there.
Hey, for Buffalo Wild Wings, how much come in a smaller game? You got the snack size and you got the small size.
Hold on. I think it's. Hold on. $10. Like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a case, but I just don't see it that way. But I throw Helen Mirren in there because I always wanted Helen Mirren to be Aunt May too. She could have been Aunt May. Um, what heroes from Marvel or DC would you like to see uh, Deku interact with? There's too many. Superman.
Into the game.
No, just interact. That right there. When you throw My Hero Academy in with like who would you want to? It's like the sky's are the limit. Thoughts on Mona Lisa heading to IDW Teen Mutant Turtle? I'm fine with it. Why the hell not? Are you ready for the premiere week in WWE as well as AEW? I'm still not crazy about their name Dynamite, but yeah. I'm gonna be DVRing both of them because I'm not gonna be here to watch them live. So yeah. Lauren used her. Oh, okay. I don't think I listened to her before. Um, so yeah, I don't think I've heard of her. So caught up on everything. Yeah. Well, I'll just wait, see what's going on. Today is Wow, there's a lot of people's birthday today. Today's Zachary Levi's birthday. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Ooh. So, what do you guys think of what happened to Ghost Rider? Got canceled by Hulu. How you feel about that? Uh, I don't really mind it too much. I just feel that there's still too much infighting in Marvel in general, and mainly between to begin with. I was more big of a fan of his DC work. His Marvel work suck, 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 suck. Um, but I'd rather see Ghost Rider. But I understand that they wanted to do Robbie Reyes, and I know a lot of people that didn't want that. They don't like Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. Um, they like, the, and I think in a sense, I don't know, just it is what it is. But it's just hey, it happened. I know the Damian Hellstrom show is still going, so it's still a go. I think a go for now, but who knows? We'll just have to see. All right, let's see what's the next question we got. Okay, here we go. Didn't watch it. I honestly think Loeb and the people on the TV side of things of Marvel feel threatened by Feige. Yeah, and that's why I've always felt that way. I've always feel that because of the fact that Kevin Feige does not need to answer to like Pill Mutter and everybody else like that. He owns Marvel or something like that.
Pill Mutter.
Per Mutter. He's also a big supporter of you know who.
Trump.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and I think personally, I've said it before. I think like TV will say, "Oh well, why should it?" Because we got those great Netflix series under Loeb. Yeah, we did. Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Defenders, and Punisher. We did get them. and we only got 3 seasons. But to me, like, I'm not saying that Feige can't do wrong, but he lives up to. I back him more than I'll back Jeff Loeb. I'm just being honest. So far, everything he's promised, he has delivered to us. And yes, we have not seen what these Disney Plus series are going to be like. We don't know how the presentation is going to look, everything. But I can tell you right now, I'm far more looking forward to that than something that's under. Just saying. What do you think of the upcoming DLC characters for Mortal Kombat 11? I can't wait to play with Spawn. I definitely want to play with Spawn. Like, how's he gonna play? Um, how's he gonna play?
Still, you have to really see how he played in Soul Calibur, to be quite honest.
He was very more power in that one. So, yeah, definitely, definitely. And the fact that Keith David is coming back to reprise his voice, that's even a bigger plus. That right there. So I'm looking forward to see. I'm also looking forward to hearing the interactions between him and characters like Scorpion and you know and Shao Kahn and everybody like that. Because Shao Kahn, he kind of he gets all loud and stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Did you watch the four RoboCop movies Sci-Fi Channel a while ago called RoboCop Prime Directives? I think I've seen one. I've seen a couple of them. Yeah, I think it's the one. Like, there's one that there was another RoboCop before that was after Murphy. I think he was a black guy. I remember I've seen that. Yeah, I think we actually saw his son. Um, so I did. I think I did see. What do you think of Scorpion and Sub-Zero making peace? It was gonna happen eventually.
Oh, misunderstood.
It was done. It was done of a collusion by Quan Chi. So it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. So yeah, to see them make up, and it was cool to hear Master Hanzo, Grandmaster. It's like they respect each other, but there's still like, you just remember, like there's a little rivalry, I guess you could say there, but there are still some bad eggs in the Lin Kuei. Well, one that just won't accept Shiryu or not, you know. But if you go back
and there's always Frost,
and yeah, Frost being that person, and then of course we know that uh Takashi Takeda is getting married to Jackie, and basically Master Hanzo has said, like, your daughter will be Lin Kuei because you're married into once you are married in Lin, not Lin Kuei, Shiryu, you're one of us, and ensuring to Jax that your daughter will be safer with us. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I like that. That's how Jax feel. Um, what do you think of? Oh, okay. RoboCop is getting a sequel to the original movies without Peter Weller. Wait, really? I don't.
That's right.
I don't. I gotta look at funniest Revy moment in Black Lagoon. You gotta. That's too long to go into detail with. There was too many her found. Yeah, Revy's crazy. Um. So yeah. A. Nachamin. No, it's Namin. It's not Hebrew. It's Ebonics. Uh, They are remaking the War of the Worlds. Who's in this one? It's a BBC movie too. Right? They remaking War of the Worlds. H.G. Wells. Uh, on Johnny Mundo or Nitro returning to WWE, hope for he lands on NXT. Okay, let's talk about that because John he went on Twitter not too long ago and said that he's not. Now, honestly, I feel that could be a rib because when this stuff happens, they're not really supposed to acknowledge it yet that they're, I don't. That's that they're going, and it's not just him. It's also CM Punk. Like it's like if he comes, this could give you a shut the.
Yeah, but his thing is apparently he auditioned for that FS1 show.
Oh, he wants to be with.
He would audition that the talk show analyst show they're gonna do.
Oh, he wants to be Renee.
Or no, or they just gave him the audition to do it.
Yeah, but
Renee, because apparently other people even auditioned Paige for it.
Yeah, but Renee is set for that.
Yeah,
she's set. So that would be a perfect place for her and Charlie. You throw Charlie up in there.
If he was to get it, just be so funny for Punk to be talking about free product.
Yeah.
And like, hey, you heard your name? It's like, I don't know why they still chilling.
Most painful pile driver you've seen in wrestling. How about the one when Steve broke his neck?
I was gonna say, does it really get? Ain't that this when Steve broke his neck? Since that led to him getting his neck broken.
Mr. Austin got his neck broken. I mean, I've seen others, but shit.
Right now, if you're referring to it not being botched,
yeah,
because that was a botch.
That was a botch. Miss, what would you have liked to see a reunion scene between Cap and Red Skull in Endgame? Yes, I'm sure he had to see him. I always thought we were gonna see that, like him seeing Cap, seeing Red Skull. Who's playing him now is fine. Hugo Weaving don't want to come back. Fine, keep your butt. You can stay away. I would have, but I would have wanted to see that. If Spawn is in Soul Calibur 2, Yachi is in Soul Calibur 2, Yoshimitsu is in Soul Calibur, and Tekken crossed over with Street Fighter. I don't know because they're just guest stars. But with Street Fighter and Tekken, that was integrated in story.
Yep.
Big difference. That was integrated in story. That Hihachi's ex-wife found Akuma asked him to kill my husband. Like that was integrated in. Oh yeah, okay, we're just throwing a DLC character. Here you go with a little backstory. Blah 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 blah. No, this was in character. So it's a big difference. Big difference. Like I know a lot of people saying, well, that also means that Street Fighter, Tekken, and Fatal Fury, because of Geese Howard being in it, same thing. I only say Tekken and Street Fighter are connected because that's in story. That was not just, he was just not a character thrown into the game. He was integrated in the story itself, the main story. Big difference. Which is canon. Big difference. Marion, what do you think makes Akuma such a great character in your opinion? I say one of the things is
What is the dang perk that allows you to get up when you're down?
Um, one being just he doesn't justify. He's not interested in money or anything like that. World domination. It's just his own fist being in control, power. You know, that's what makes, and that's also what makes him scary. Is like he has no real ambitions other than just to be the best and have everybody else under him.
What does the logo look like?
Uh, they're making World of Worlds again. Did you see the Sci-Fi Channel remake with Kid and Play?
What?
What? No. What do you think of Akuma Uniform?
No,
Scary.
Kid and Play and.
It's scary, but it's cool. It's cool.
No, I'm trying to look for this damn thing.
Sorry about that. Um, Sinquan, do you think it's time for another Street Fighter anime? I personally want to see a King of Fighters. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a new anime for Street Fighter. I'm still looking forward to the TV series by the same people that did Assassin's Fist and all that. I think they're just looking for a network. They did do a King of they did that crappy King of Fighters movie. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh, I wish I didn't watch that stupid shit. Terry looked like a Terry was ugh, ugh, ridiculous.
What's
Ugh,
this Terry?
no. And I know my Maggie Q played my. I was just like, yeah,
You like Maggie Q?
yeah, I do, but she doesn't have. She had none of that. It was serious all the time. I'm like,
So you might as well have had to be Chun Li. And Mai is not Chun Li.
yeah. Ice T just dropped some new songs and they're awesome. Did you hear them? No, I didn't. Ice T dropped some new music. I'll check it out. Uh, Marion, what do you think of the theory that Akuma is Ryu's father? For me, the biggest piece of evidence is evil Ryu because it came. It's not that it came out of nowhere. Um, they've always teased that Akuma is, and they even did it in the Alpha movie. That yeah, he was legitimately
That was Ryu's brother.
yeah, Shin. Well, like Ryu had a brother and everything like that. Yeah, and so that was, but the Haru no Satsu, the Dark Hado, it can happen to anybody. It's not just chosen. It's like the Force. Like you can be part of the Force, or you can be part of the dark side. Master Goken was able to never use it to repel it, and he was able to transform himself and use
What?
that as the what he calls the power of nothing.
What happened?
And however, Ryu struggled with the Haruno Satsu until finally in Street Fighter V he was able to master the power of
What
nothing.
the hell is happening?
So yeah, but yeah, I no, I don't. Um, so but Kuma being Ryu's father. Because if it was true, then it means that Ryu was trained by his uncle.
Oh,
I will be right back,
God.
guys.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh my God. That's not even a female's ass. Which you could bet was probably washing everything. It smelled like perfume or something. This friggin' skinny ass dude's ass. No, it's my first old. It was my first old socks. I know something. That's the doctor. Bro. Probably sound like a little taser, bro.
Oh, okay.
You
Any
guys
new
better not come
stuff?
over here.
I don't think so. Okay. Any new stuff? Well, if that's the case, guys, you know what? I think I'm gonna cut it a little short today this time around. Because I want to finish doing some editing and upload some new reactions on the Mumford and Kid 2 channel, like I usually do. I always upload Thursday and Fridays on that channel. There was a couple of videos that people were saying they couldn't hear, so I have to redo that one thing. Like, let me oh, also Ice-T is 61. Some think this is relevant to his music. I find those people hilarious. Do you think age matters? Remember Dustin Reynolds at 50 wrestling. Age.
You got skill.
You got skills. You got skills. Look at the Rolling Stones. They in there. How old they? They're 80. Still rocking it.
Still getting the fans going.
Still getting them fans like. So no. Enjoyed it as always, Chris. Did you hear that Bob Iger said about George Lucas? He said that George felt betrayed for what Disney has done to the new movie. Yeah, I've heard that, and I look, George. We see this stuff. Then they feel like they're being betrayed or something like that. Stop. You sold this to Disney, and what did you think was going to happen? Like, sometimes they're not going to follow the blueprint that you laid down. They're going to go their own route. You weren't saying any of the stuff prior to that. Like, yeah, stop. And I'll end it with that. Look, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I will be next to another double dose. Like I said before, Comic-Con is coming up this week. I will be vlogging the con as like I did with MegaCon. So hopefully I'll take a lot of pictures. And of course I'm going for 2 days. First day is just I'm gonna be like in regular clothes. We getting locked. We getting dosed up. I'm getting all decked out in my Spidey costume. Ta-da!
Amazing probably has that thing where after he hooks you, he can do it.
So yeah, this is gonna be perfectly.
I'll stay away from.
But yeah, I've been wanting to do that all my life. But yeah, So yeah, it's gonna be fun. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Now I'm gonna just go finish editing my reactions for Remember the Kid 2. If you guys like reactions and stuff like that, that's the channel to really go to. For like nonstop uploading videos now about
Get away from
animals,
me.
saving people and going berserk and stuff like that, and people acting the fool. So I'll see you guys next time. As always, y'all take care.
I have no problem with helping people. Don't give me up. Don't give away my